Throw Gang. We are joined by the Imam of Ischia, Lawrence Schlossman, myself. No tennis beef, but I'm stroking off. James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running the Boys, which today's full episode only available on
Patreon.com/throwingfits. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
You feeling rusty?
No, I feel fucking great, dude. I kind of miss it.
You've been potting? You've been just putting reps up in the gym?
I've just been yapping at my wife.
Just in your closet? Yeah, just your wife commenting, shut the fuck up.
Truly.
These guys dress like shit.
Shut the fuck up, you're an idiot. I'm like, oh, yes.
They should make podcast equipment more expensive.
I missed this.
Wow, great fucking comment, Jenna. Before we get into the 5 stages of facial hair grief, logging the fuck off.
Deuces.
And unfortunately logging on. An embarrassing post-sex pillow talk. Let's get into a fit check.
Why don't you start us off, bro?
All right, on the feet, I got fucking like 2 ribeyes on the dogs. The Stu Nicholson. These shits slap the cement like pickleball rackets. Stu Nicholson, Oxblood loafers. The socks are...
Wait, famously, these are the Hey dudes.
Yeah, exactly. And I fucking love them.
Are they crushable? Are we both in crushies today?
I think so.
Alert. Nice.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm going to get comfortable with the crush. You want to crush with me?
I'm okay. The socks are just anonymous Amazon brand. The pants are pleated Levi's silver tabs. Got me feeling like OJ the Juice Man in 2006.
Make the trap say, hey.
Make the trap say, hey. The shirt is Husbands.
Okay.
Which was brought up by Sam Hine on our our Bitty Poppies pod.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting my Italian cities all
It's all
fucked
good, bro.
up.
Accents are over, by the way.
What?
We're not doing any more accents.
Thank God.
Everyone's like, they're just doing Borat.
I know. I almost like on the group chats that we're on, you were like doing Italian. I'm like, shut up, bro. Just shut up.
And then you were speaking French, dude.
Yeah, to try and show you how annoying it is. Merci beaucoup.
I don't think it's annoying. I think it's just
pretty
like,
annoying.
It's when in Rome, dude.
You weren't in Rome, though.
It's an expression.
It's pretty annoying. The shirt is Husbands that I picked up in Paris. Even though my suitcase was stuffed to the fucking gills, I strategically left some shit behind.
Oh, thank you for making me lug all the pot equipment to an Italian island, bro.
Yeah, now you know what it feels like, what I've been going through for the last 5 years.
That's fair. You earned it.
So
you did more shopping.
The final tally on my suitcase home, one of my carry-ons was 37 kilograms to pounds.
Damn, dude, you had a brick.
That is 81.5 pounds.
Jesus Christ. Was it carry-on?
No, it was my big green boy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other one was like 24. So it was like a total of like, I don't know, 100 plus pounds of clothing.
So
but to be fair, a lot of the clothing was wet because I was coming back from tennis camp where I just like peeled off my soggy ass shit and just threw it in the corner.
So you just packed wet, sweaty Johns?
Yeah.
Do you not have like a bag for them, like not a
laundry bag?
Yeah, I
had a plastic bag, but they were still wet. Like the weight, the plastic bag might disguise the smell, but it doesn't disguise the weight of like the wet, soggy, waterlogged panties.
What did that bag smell like when you opened it up back at the crib?
Horrifying. Actually, it wasn't that bad.
You sous vide the Johns.
I know. That's pretty good. My tennis shoes I threw them out as soon as I got home.
You threw them out?
Yeah, they were like torched. They were like ripped up. Like I logged many miles on those bad boys.
Let me ask you a loaded question. Did any part of you feel self-conscious? Because your whole thing is like, I just fucking played tennis in like ratty old tees. It's the one pair of shoes that I bought that was in my size of story. And I'm sure everyone else is like crazy performance gear.
Okay. No, part of me is like, I don't need performance tech ass gear.
Too cool for school.
After this, I was like, I need some fucking performance tech ass gear.
Yeah,
because like it's
some
one thing.
Sweat wicking.
It's one thing to play an hour just like with your boys. It's another to play like 6 hours a day, and you're doing like drills and points and like sets and games and shit. And there are moments where I was like, this is like it's constricting my stroke. Because it's just like I'm wearing like a wet piece of cotton.
So is that the thing you need is performance tops more than anything, or new kicks? Like
just for like flexibility. Yeah, okay. No. Kicks I do need, but thankfully the plug at Yonex has set me up nicely.
You really need a sponsor at this point.
I would love a sponsor.
Is ball life for you now officially?
Maybe. I just bought myself a birthday present, an hour at the Grand Central tennis court.
I thought the present was your first class flight home.
That was my pre-birthday present.
Present one.
Which, by the way, Air France, fucking garbage.
You think so?
Yeah. On the plane I flew home, and champagne problems, literally. Mm-hmm. On the plane I flew home, it was like the oldest plane in existence.
Okay.
Where like my chair didn't go all the way down. I still slept like 6.5 hours.
Okay.
The movies were, I don't remember the first one. Oh, The Fugitive.
Hell yeah, classique.
And which I didn't realize I'd never fully finished it. I didn't know it was
awesome,
anti-Big Pharma.
Yeah.
Way to go, fucking Han Solo.
What is he? I didn't kill my wife.
I don't care.
Dude, Tommy Lee Jones, and there's like the sequel.
Yeah, with Wesley Pipes.
Yeah, dude. Banger.
And then like 30 minutes of Mad Max, and I just zonked out.
Fury Road.
Yes.
I did a biopic double feature. I also flew premium economy.
What did you swap
Air France. I did the Bob Marley One Love.
How was it?
Horrendous, dude.
Not Irie.
Not Irie vibes, dude. But it made me really like Bob Marley. All right, this is my brother was laughing about this with me when I explained this to him.
Bob Marley smokes weed, bro. Bob Marley fucking tokes, dude.
Okay, all fucking aside. So I'm like watching the biopic, it's dog shit, but like it ends and I'm like tearing up. One, because like you're super emotional on a plane. Two, Chinema. Three, I was telling Jenna, I was like, I had a Bob Marley phase like as like a high schooler.
No
like,
way.
Like discovering Exodus. And the movie is bad, but it made me think like, if you did the coolest dudes ever, Mount Rushmore, I really think Bob Marley's up there. He huge fits, amazing music,
big soccer,
social justice.
Big footy.
Yeah, the fits were cool. Like they replicated a lot of those like famous images of him playing like, pickup soccer.
He was the
London.
OG Kendrick. He had the Bloods and the Crips united in Kingston.
Yeah. Right. The two gangs.
Yeah. What? The two Gex?
Two gangs.
Two gangs. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was the two white guys running for prime minister.
Right.
Bob
Marley, possibly half white. Did you know this?
No, he is half. His dad was. They go over that in the movie.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's real. Yeah, because
that's confirmed. That's confirmed. His dad.
Yeah, it was some dude, like some guy, like banged out his mom.
Yeah, just
some fucking colonizer. And then I did Elvis for the second time, which was way better than I remembered. When I saw it in theaters, I was like, I didn't get
Wait, you should have done it in reverse. That when you saw Bob Marley his dad was white, you go, he's white.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Tom Hanks really. I mean, listen, everyone's seen it already, but holy shit, dude! Honestly, he's getting better with every rewatch. Apparently,
I considered rewatching it, but I was like, that's gonna put me to sleep. But instead of Fury Road, Fury Road, I was like, I'm gonna stay up for this. But
Fugitive is a great fucking.
Fury Road was. I realized it's like one of my most rewatched films of all time. And
yes.
I could go line for line for like the 9 lines of
dialogue.
Yeah,
I was gonna say there's no dialogue. Dude.
I had a baby brother.
Okay, so we got the jeans moving on up to husbands. Okay, so you went. So in the day and a half that you had, like in Paris, you did more. You did shopping. I want to hear about the haul.
I really fell in love with Paris, or reignited, or made me like kind of like reaffirm my love for Paris. And I think it's a great city. I know you have your qualms with it. It's dirty. It's fucking
stinky.
Loud. It's stinky. Yeah. What you want is more glass towers, is what I realized. You need more gentrified condos.
I was gonna say, can we gentrify this place up a little bit?
But I get it. Paris,
cool.
It's a bit of a tough city, but like the vibe that I caught, it was very Irie. And I was there for like 2 full days, pretty much. I landed like middle of the day, Friday, and then left like late Saturday night.
On the way back.
Because
you had that day, because I left for vacation a little bit earlier than you.
So. Yeah, and I also had like an extra day, but that was like Paris Fashion Week. This is like non-Paris Fashion Week shit, and just like walking around, meeting up with some friends. It's just the city has a very like joyous vibe to it, but not in like a corny way. It's like it's like happy, but it's also like sexy and chic. Like
you might say it's a joie de vivre.
Thank you, but it's like there's like a sexiness and a chicness to like the joy,
like a je ne sais quoi.
Yes. Well, no, because I just said it.
Wait, how much better is it when it's not Fashion Week? Right, is the thing. It's better.
It's better. Well, here's the thing: like for the majority of the city, it wasn't Fashion Week when you and I were there, right?
Yeah,
it's just that when it's not Fashion Week for you and I, or not for me when I was there, I'm like, I'm gonna go stroll around. I'm gonna go to this one restaurant I really want to check out. I'm gonna go to these stores I want to go to. So yes, I went to Husbands. Shout out Eduardo in Husbands. He's like our number one fan in Paris.
We got a plug at Husbands?
He like teaches a class and like uses us as an example of fire unique marketing.
Dude.
Seriously. And this is the guy.
This is music to my ears, dude.
So in the Pity Poppy episode, Sam Hine talked about how he goes to Husbands and you get this like old school Parisian like cold shoulder, like bonjour. And then just
the
walks
fuck
away.
You treatment.
This guy was like so I walk in, it was during the phone outage, right?
Oh, nice.
So I was like, is this the Husbands? Because there's 2 stores.
Oh,
and I guess what their motto is, they wanted to model it after like the OG YSL, where he had like the made to measure tailoring shop.
The Atelier.
And then like just the kind of more the softer shop where it's like a lot more ready to wear.
It's kind of like what Jay Muser does, right? You have the showroom kind of situation, and then just the off the street get some ties.
But anyway, Eduardo, he was helping me out, and he's like, by the way, I am the guy that Sam Hines said was cold to him, and I'm so embarrassed. Like I did not mean to be cold to him.
We are doing accents again. We are doing accents.
We never did French accents.
Wait, honestly, I feel like that's a personal problem for Sam Hine. If Show Notes was on the level of the only podcast that matters and was teachable material, maybe you would have gotten better fucking love, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I think Sam, yes, because I was at a dinner with Sam after he left, and he was like talking about how like, yeah, the people husbands are like they whatever beef there was, which there wasn't, they squashed it. But this guy was like, yeah, I feel so bad, but don't worry, I didn't get fired.
Yeah, I hope not.
And I'm like, yeah, because if you were to fire every Parisian for having a bad attitude, that entire city would be even more out of work.
I was going to say, yeah, less people would be doing anything. Fuck. Yeah, more linking, as you said.
Yeah, more 4-hour lunches.
So you went to the softer store?
No. I went to the made-to-measure store because it was just near where I was staying.
Shit.
And I mean, dude.
Did you buy a suit?
Great fucking store. So I bought this shirt. It's incredibly light cotton feeling.
Yo, you know what this actually
got me feeling like fucking General Patton in North Africa.
I know you're fairly like anti-Zood, but this shirt is sick, and it reminds me of, speaking of Paris, there's that famous Harrison Ford photo when he's wearing like this field shirt with like a sport coat and jeans.
Okay, well you don't gotta ruin it for me.
No, it's a compliment. It's a fugitive. Oh my God, it all comes back to fucking big HF, dude.
Yeah, the collar's fucking so wide, it's hitting my shoulder points. Flapping like a bird wing.
That's a great shirt, dude.
Thank you.
How much is a husband's shirt?
Whoa, very gauche of you to ask that. Don't worry about it.
French word.
Just go to the fucking website.
You can buy online?
Yeah, I think they ship. I did buy. So I did go a bit fucking nutty, man, with the shopping. Not only to buy this husband shirt, which I had to. Like it's so. I'm sorry, but
it's fucking sick, dude.
I'm really into trying to get more long sleeve summer hot weather appropriate shirting.
Mm-hmm.
And this is right up there. And then I got another shirt from Husbands, great store. Fucking Isaac was there getting like a made to measure suit. I think
again.
And I might be going
to the sleaze.
If the next time I'm in Paris, I might do something crazy there. And Eduardo was like, yo, check out the boots, bro. You got to check out the boots. You got to check out like the kind of like the Mary Jane single monk shop. And I was like, bro, I have room for a shirt in my suitcase. I do not have room for boots. I cannot tempt thee. You cannot tempt me because I'm on vacation. Money isn't real. Euros aren't fucking real currency.
Yeah.
The far right is going to implode your economy anyway.
Yeah.
I can't try them on. This is as far as I'm going.
That brand is so fucking dialed and I think like pretty unique in the look. Like I just like following their Instagram. I know like we'll talk about the social media hiatus, but like that's just like it's like its own invaluable resource. The way they like fucking style the shit.
Their ties are impeccable, and it's like this incredible. It's not a knit tie, but it's this like kind of like raised texture.
That a jacquard maybe.
I don't know, to be honest, but probably. But that's a French word. Like you said, it's just like inspiring. It's the styling's inspiring.
It's the best kind of shopping experience where it's like maybe you can't afford anything, but you got to walk in there and like, you know, like it'll help you fucking figure out something. Walk away with a gem.
And the one gem I asked Eduardo, there's a dude and it's all like really cool, really sick looking guys getting suits, and just one guy just walked in and he was wearing like a husband shirt and just bought like 3 more of the same one.
Sick.
But this one guy getting measured for a suit was wearing a leather jacket. I'm like, Eduardo, let me ask you a question, bro. How does the French, like, it's 75 degrees, it's fucking hot.
Yeah.
How is this guy wearing a leather jacket? How do the French not sweat? He's like, oh, no, I'm wearing a shirt and tie and tucked in pants and I'm fucking sweating my dick off. I'm like, bro, okay. All right, so I hit Husbands, copped the shirt.
Worth it.
Got the little backstory to the Sam Hine story. I went to, the day that you left, I had like a free day. Mm-hmm. I took after the Parisians and I did some major linking. Linked up with our boy Enrico from Chippy.
Mm-hmm.
Went to, what's that fucking...
The Archivist?
No, what's that like sandwich shop? Like Daily Boy?
Oh, right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they did a New Balance collab that Paper Boy.
Yeah.
I'm getting Paper Boy.
Was that shit delicious?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good
because it's a big like Instagram cool guy. Like they did a New Balance collab. That tells you all you need to know,
bro. Like the amount of linking that happened there. Ran into the whole Clark squad.
Ooh.
Ran into Gonzo from Beams.
I don't know
this fucking legend.
His name's Gonzo.
He's Japanese. He's Japanese, but he just goes by Gonzo. But honestly, Gonzo works as a Japanese name.
Okay.
Then I went to the Archivist, which Jacob Gallagher says is the best store in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I went there, met up with Nick Dirrell, and copped a Wise for Men little blouson.
Yeah, it looked good in the chat.
Thanks. I'm loving it.
So
I'm loving it.
I have this narrative, and it might be incorrect in my mind. And this is not about being gauche. I'm not going to ask you how much the blue song cost. Another French word. But in my mind, the Archivist is so sick. The curation is on another level. But like
curation, French word.
Okay. No, it's not. Is that, I don't know. Curation. I thought it was Jamaican. No, but like you like because it's so locked in, like you're paying the premium. Did you feel that way when you looked at some of these price tags?
Oh, for sure. Like, no. Like,
I'm not trying to slander this store.
Yes, but also I think that, like, for example, like a No Fear t-shirt was like 120 euros.
That's crazy price.
And like a lot of shirts, I'm like, I could get this at Fantasy Explosion for like 45, but that's because there's so much more plentiful in the US. And also Kevin does like, it has a different business model.
Right.
Archivist is like,
they have No Fear at the Archivist. So it's wise, Om Plus, and then No Fear.
No Fear. Fear no.
Hell yeah. Shout out No Fear.
But I don't know. Wise for Men. I mean, I bought another Wise for Men piece off used internet shop, which their shit is, it was like about the same price. So
Wise
I think
Wise is underrated because it's a diffusion line, but it's like still fucking sick. Like,
I mean, it's just the fabric.
Does it even exist anymore? I don't think so.
I think they're trying to bring it
They
back.
should.
I think they're trying to bring it back, but like I think
I can't afford Yoji.
I'm trying to, and I'm just gonna be completely off base, but I think that what I've seen, it's like, you know, contemporary, and then like the vintage are like kind of, you know, apples and oranges.
Okay.
But anyway, so bought that. Went to Thanks God I'm a VIP. Shout out Jesse Hudnut for the fucking wreck.
Yeah, how was that?
It was so sick, and I wish I had more time there. It was kind of like a last stop, and I like had to run. So unfortunately, like I didn't have the time to like really peruse because it is stuffed to the fucking gills.
What kind of
like
swag is it?
More like military and Americana, but like some wild shit too. I bought like a little like an alligator billfold.
Oh, sick.
For like €60.
You got that on
Pretty
you?
fairly priced. No, it wasn't for me. It was a gift.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And then I went to
Rendezvous.
I went to Rendezvous. Shout out Avery, who just hit me in the DMs and was like, "Yo, pull up during Paris Fashion Week." But I couldn't.
I felt terrible.
I couldn't. But I'm glad that I don't know if the sale was on during Paris Fashion Week, but in my day and a half in Paris, right after Husbands, I went there, dude. They have some good shit. Yeah, all multi-brand stuff. A lot of they have like, you know, Mon Italy, Solage, but then a bunch of brands that like Still by Hand, which is like a Japanese brand. It's hard to find. I bought a Comme des Garçons shirt for like 130 euros.
Describe it.
It's just a blue button down, but it's fucking perfect.
Yeah, I mean that's the Comme difference.
Sorry, blue button up.
Right, because the collar doesn't have buttons.
Right.
The name, the shirt is in the name, so like, that's what they do.
For the boys, or like the boys. But there were some shoes. Like the guy was doing a great job of upselling me, and like, and I bought a Komoli shirt, which unfortunately they didn't have my size in the store, but I just went online and immediately bought the Komoli shirt full price, just like shipped 2 days later.
So for the audience listening at home, just go to the Rendezvous website. There's a crazy sale is what I'm hearing.
I don't know if the sale's on, but in store. And also, they just have like great fucking brands where I'm like taking notes of like brands that they have. Where it's like, I gotta look this shit up later.
Oh, like discoverability. I mean, that's a good fucking multi-brand.
You know, Marcel, the Italian shoe brand.
Maybe
I was like, I mean, again, I had no room for shoes,
right?
But I was like, I'm gonna fucking look this shit up later.
Okay, so you got a shirt, 2 shirts, and a blouson. That's the haul, right? Comme des Garçons shirt, husband shirt,
some pants, some again, just like super hot weather appropriate Komoli shirt, which is like so gauzy and sheer. It's fucking incredible. Just like the lightest cotton. And then these Still by Hand, kind of like off-white, big trousers that I was thinking about wearing today, but I thought would just be like a little too tonal with the Husbands.
Damn, you got like a whole new fucking little B-Day wardrobe, bro.
Yeah, bro. And then all the fucking OL shit that we bought, which we talked about. And then the Sunnies are the Dartiers. Shout out Waz coming through with the fucking the Detartiers. The jewels are Big Vanetta and sipping on Lower East Side's finest. I miss the New York City tap water.
Yo, dude.
My mineral levels in my body are just plummeted. Thank God.
Yeah, dude. I can't I hate Evian. So there's that other brand. What is it called?
Too soft.
What's like the volcano brand? It's called like Vol something. That's the only thing I found that was remotely acceptable.
I don't know.
Like I was drinking European tap. I'll drink European tap water before I drink Evian, even though they kind of taste the same. But
yeah, I just don't know how to ask for tap water at a restaurant. I just ask for still water, and then they bring you the big ass bottle.
No, right. I don't think they do.
They do.
They do?
Yeah.
But you just need it's like a...
They bring like a carafe, French word.
It's an if you know thing. You got to like know the password. Toilet water. All right.
Oh, and panties are Hanes boxers. I packed the perfect amount of underwear where I was wearing my last pair on the flight home.
That feels good, dude.
If I shit myself, I am so
it's a wrap.
Fucked. But I didn't.
You didn't bring enough socks, so I think we're gonna get to that.
I was like, if I shit myself, I'm gonna have to fucking dig into the laundry bag and pull out a sopping wet pair of Arc'teryx boxer briefs.
I was gonna say you might as well just shit yourself at that point. It's probably
and slide those,
gross.
wring them out in the airplane, in the toilet, in the fucking sink.
Jesus
Take a
Christ.
fit pick like Aaron Levine, and then slide them soggy boys on. Those soggy bottom boys.
Soggy bottom boys. Damn, is that the outro music? A man of constant sorrow.
I'm a man.
That was you on fucking Instagram for fucking however long we were at Fashion Week.
A man of constant sorrow? What are you talking about?
Yeah, because
I had a great time.
No, I just mean more like the like having to post because it feels like work, right? No, all right, we can talk about this later.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm writing down "Soggy Bottom Boys." What a fucking yuts! Yeah, that was the original song of the summer, dude.
Yo, did it win an Oscar?
Yeah.
Did it like go to #1 or some shit? It went triple plat?
I don't know if it went triple platinum, but it definitely. I think they won an Oscar. It's a banger, dude. Okay,
I tried rewatching the movie recently.
I love it.
It kind of drones on a little.
I like Coen Brothers comedies. I'm a fan. Okay, I wore Loewe crushable loafers. I have on thready.
Wait, those aren't Row? I thought those were. This whole time I thought they were Row.
No, they're
but you have Row loafers, right?
Yeah, but those aren't crushable.
Okay.
Those are the eel loafers.
Are they black?
Made from real eel, yes.
Okay. I want the green ones. You seen those?
Is it that same? It's like the one they have multiple styles of loafers, or just that one like high? It looks like a husband's kind of shoe with a smaller heel, though.
Well, the guy, Eduardo Husband's like, you had to try on the signature husband's heel, and I'm like, Eduardo, if I try these on, I'm going to buy them.
It's like a Cuban heel, right?
I cannot fucking buy them. Yeah, but they have them on like they had a white loafer, like a white with like a horse bit loafer.
That'd be good for the
with
Gala.
the big heel. Oh,
that would set the Gala fit off.
He's like,
bro.
this is the reference is Sopranos. I was like, Paulie Wallace. Yes, gabagool.
Accents back, baby. The gay Mozart socks are threadies. Yo, they killed at Pride.
You killed people at Pride? Damn.
The socks were so effective. It was a hate crime, dude. Yesterday was Pride. Shout out to all our LGBTQ plus listeners.
No. You forgot the bisexuals. The most important demographic of all.
Damn. Yeah, right.
All of Ridgewood. LGBTQIA+.
Wow. What's the IA? Oh, asexual.
Yeah.
Right.
I is intersexual.
What's that?
And I think there's also a 2 in there.
The number 2?
The number 2. That's for Derek Jeter.
The captain. The Pride captain. He was on a float, I believe. Hand out gift baskets.
Jeets.
Do pansexuals get in there?
I think they're a plus.
Okay. Oh, because plus is like very inclusive. I mean, obviously this is all inclusive. All of my brother's gay friends, like, I don't think or maybe they thought it was like I was wearing like gay socks for Pride.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, hit me.
Okay.
Hit me with the bars.
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or questioning.
Okay.
Intersex, asexual, and the 2 is two-spirited.
What is that?
A third gender that combines male and female spirits. So
inside me, there are 2 spirits.
Shout out our multi-spirited homies.
Yeah, dude, I love that.
We're not laughing.
No,
we're not laughing. This is serious.
I love spirit, dude.
There's no laughing at Pride.
So the socks did well. Killed was probably the wrong
Did you
word.
refer to them as your gay Mozart socks?
Yes.
To your gay brother's gay friends.
Yeah. But the biggest thing that happened at Pride is that so I posted my brother.
Your dick.
And the amount of
he was a pawn in your Instagram arc.
The amount of people that maybe they're thrill gang, maybe they're just social media followers, some combination of both. The amount of people that want to fuck the younger, hotter, gayer version of me was astounding.
Do you think those people are actually trying to fuck you?
No,
they're like, this is the closest I can get to fucking Lawrence.
Oh, honestly, no, that would be flattering, but no. But the response was so.
He's a good-looking fella.
Oh, he's incredible.
He's got all his hair.
Yeah. Dude. He's just the better. He's a 2.0 of me. Built for pleasure and speed. But the response was so overwhelming that it literally was the final.
What was your like call to action? You're like, yo, like hit me if you want to fuck my brother.
Yeah, because I was like, he's not on. Because people were like, yo, what's his IG? I'm like, and then I did a follow up where I'm like, he's not an IG, so hit me and I can begin the vetting process.
Oh, so you're okay. So you're
And he
like
got a bunch of people like he got numbers. Like he was,
numbers on the board,
Digimons. Like
numbers on the butt
he was sexting listeners of the show throughout
through
the day.
your Instagram.
No, I was getting numbers and then I was giving him the number, and but the response was so overwhelming that like it finally made him. Jen and I were like, "We're making you an IG."
Can I just ask you?
And he's finally on
you're
Instagram.
in Pride. You're in ground zero of penis and butts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why turn to Instagram?
Oh,
To try and
I don't want to
solicit some cock and butt versus like just being like, yo, like you're in the vortex of it.
No, for sure. And believe me, he doesn't need any help, and I don't want to put him on blast, but he had a good day, and I'll tell you off mic what I mean by that. But no, I think. Well, listen, you're not wrong, but
I've said before, right? Instagram is the number one dating app in the world.
Sure,
but again, like if it's just. I mean, we're going to talk about social, whatever. Fucking.
What I would say is, why limit yourself, dude? Whole IRL, whole digital.
Digi-hole goes hard. It's true.
Yeah. But he's finally on Instagram, so everyone can follow my brother Douglas Schlossman. I don't know if he's going to use it, but it could now be his own personal grinder.
Why was he off Instagram?
He just never. He just was not a social media guy. And
he saw what it did to you, and he's like, "Oh, never that.
Ruined.
I'll lose all my hair.
God forbid I end up looking like this guy. The stress. Yeah, and I think he like kind of in his own way that I think he regrets. He like then it became like this part of him. Like whereas people, social media becomes like a very annoying part of their personality. And yes, I'm speaking for myself to some degree. But I think there's the other side where it's like not being on social media. Like then you make that too much of like your thing, and then I think it's like it's a little weird that he's a millennial, right? He's 31, so it's like people expect him to be on Instagram. And
what do he post?
Just that fit pic I took of him. He looks fucking fantastic. Wearing a TF Peach summer shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So everyone could follow my brother. So that was a nice little fucking development.
Bulging.
Yeah. Those are my boots as well. Sorry to put you on blast, Doug. Those are our legacy.
Is that your belt?
No, he has also this.
Is that your pleaser?
No.
I don't know.
You think he wears a size large pleaser?
Yeah, you're right.
Or like my belt would wrap around him twice. Dude. Like, get out of here. It'd be the extra long dangle, Bon Italy dangle.
I mean, it is Pride.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure you saw a lot of dangling.
Yeah. Moving on up, I have on vintage Armani shorts. The pleaser is Cortez. The smock popover is OL Armani. The performance drinking hat is from Dirty Water. Good for that. Good for running away from your responsibilities via alcohol, and also good for volleying banter with your boy.
Absolutely.
Shout out Dirty Water. The Sunnies are new Gucci sunglasses. I bought on vacation, so I didn't do a ton of shopping. They remind me of your Versace ones, so I kind of was like, sick.
It's like a squashed cat eye.
Yeah. So this is a new thing I was thinking about. You talked about all the shopping you did. I didn't do much shopping, really, John's wise.
Well, we're going to go in Ischia, right? Like the fucking...
Yo, they
have there? Like Cucinelli at the gift shop? Like...
Yo, the nicer hotels do have Cucinelli in the lobby, which is, and Keaton and shit. But no, the shopping district is like mainly like tourist coral themed bullshit, just because of where it is. But yo, my thing now that I'm thinking of, so Jenna got some new shades too. I like the idea of you go on vacation and like you get like a nice pair of sunglasses and you like always you remember it was like something you got on
a
the trip.
memento.
Yeah.
Yo,
but of the cool high end luxurious variety.
Sure,
you know. Versus like
I mean, some people do fridge. I do fridge magnets, but you do fucking $600 sunglasses.
They were €250.
What?
Yeah,
that's cheap for Gucci sunglasses.
Yeah,
not for sunglasses. That's expensive.
Prada and Celine glasses I got Jenna were twice as much.
What do you mean you got them for her?
Yeah, I mean we bought.
Like you picked them out.
You know, I had to. Daddy had to approve. But then here's the thing too. Think about this, right? When you're in a couple and you buy sunglasses, if they look good on both people,
that's true.
Half price. So maybe I'll wear those Celines to pod next week. What else am I? The underwear is Brady brand, Rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the thingy, wifey on the pinky, chrome on the other hand. I have my own Lower East Side's finest in the Hydro Flask, and I believe that is a cool 30-minute fit check. James.
Celsius. Oh, is it done?
No, it's done. It is.
What pillies are in the lippies?
Yo, the Zyn shortage. I came after, smoking my face off and going hard with the Velos. I came back to fully stocked Zyn everywhere.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Thank God.
Are you still off cigs? No.
I smoked some cigs at Pride. But yeah, I literally all smoked out, dude. I was smoking over a pack.
It was pretty.
But I'm not even talking about, I smoked more on vacation.
Your cig velocity during work was
So
Crazy.
it was even more voracious.
That's disgusting.
On vacation.
How bad was your breath?
You got the Italian gum to counteract.
What is that? Just a fucking meatball?
No, it's those like Angelo always has them because he was just bring them back. Yeah. They're gushers. They like pop in your mouth.
They're like Camel Crushes.
Yeah, truly
flavor beads.
Everything fucking crushing, dude. Yeah, okay. Fit check done.
Okay, our first note here. So I don't know anything about your vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I logged off Instagram as soon as I got to my hotel, which it was incredibly freeing, but we're going to talk about it. But I have literally no idea what you went through, what you ate, what you wore, what you did, where you went, what you fucking chose to put on grid. I got to go back and like all your fit pics, I guess.
Thanks, dude.
But your first note here is you had a little bit of a egg on your face moment after doing le fuck.
So in Paris, the last night, had beautiful, wonderful, intimate time with my wife. She's allowed. I asked
consensually.
Her okay, and I also asked for consent to tell the story in the podcast. So what I want to know from you, and obviously there's a prompt here because I now have my answer, and I would love for the audience at home to play along. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever said immediately after sex?
I don't remember. I either like blocked it out or like stuffed into like a little emotional cube down here, or like I just never did anything. I don't know.
Because I now know mine, which is that was just what the doctor ordered. I don't know what came over me, but it was like, you know what it reminded me of? And I was...
Why would you say that?
No, dude.
Wait, who's the doctor? Are you the doctor? Because I'm the doctor.
It's just James told me I had to bust. No. I don't know. It was just like, you know, the fucking meme, like white people don't say awesome sauce anymore. They say inshallah. Well, now they're saying just what the doctor ordered.
Dude. Some pussy.
That was straight up, dude.
Give me 50 cc's of vag.
So you have no answer to this question.
Not that I can remember, because like I will say it is like
I was mortified, by the way. The second speaking of doctors,
bro,
you
need a fucking head doctor. It is like I am always a little not self-conscious, but it is like after you fuck, you're like, oh, like what do I say and when do I say it?
Get the fuck out of here.
That was good. Like what? Thanks.
Hell yeah.
Keep the change. Like.
Don't spend it all in one place.
5 stars on Letterboxd.
Yum.com.
Yummers.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you say? I don't know, but you don't say just what the doctor
ordered.
No,
you absolutely did not say that.
And you just, what do you say? Like,
did you finish? Was it good for you?
Did you come?
Yeah. That was tough, dude. That was like there's a bunch of inauspicious moments on this trip. I mean, because you were like, yo, like what happened?
What a way to start your vacation.
Yeah, but there was
just what the doctor ordered, honey.
Up, just prone on a bed in a beautiful Parisian
5
hotel.
thrusts, just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, okay.
Room service.
How about you triple those numbers, bro?
I'm a professional.
I'll
put up Italy numbers. Put up Berlusconi numbers.
Yeah, what's the fucking exchange rate, dude?
Yeah. Put up pride numbers.
Yeah, dude. So anyway, that was really fucking bad.
Yeah. Wow. What did Jenna respond with?
She was like, why would you say that? And then we just were dying laughing. And then it became like a bit for the rest of the trip. Right. But yeah, that was what
do you normally say after you have sex with your wife?
Thank you. No, I have no idea. I honestly think I don't think I had never until this very embarrassing moment. I hadn't like thought about it. Because that's not like
I'll take the bag off my head now.
Can you call me by my real name? Can you open your eyes now?
I wonder if there are dudes out there and leave a comment of what you say after sex. If like people conspicuously are like, oh, like I have a line that I say. Because now it's going to be in my head, unfortunately, this image of you fucking, or like the next time I bust, it's going to, with a human, it's going to be like, oh shit, like what do I say now? You can try. I'm going to be very, very aware of like what the first thing out of my mouth is.
You could practice while masturbating and just try some shit out in the mirror and see how you feel.
I think what I normally say is just like, like you wipe it off and you're just like, did I get it all? Like,
do we need another towel?
Yeah. I'm back with the rag.
But I was just like, it's so funny because it's like literally, and there's all these memes of like, like tier ranking white people phrases. Like, like
of course, yeah,
like fucking, I don't know what's another one. Just what the doctor ordered is very white, but like, hey there, Buster, you better watch it. Like, what am I doing? Like I couldn't even pick.
White people don't do like finger guns anymore.
That's what you should do for sex is finger guns.
Yeah.
Pow, pow, pow. Pew pew pew. But anyway, that was honestly not even like a remote low point on this trip because we had, I guess. What did they say? Trends come in threes or bad things come in threes.
You were giving me a few, like, just a bit of background on your vacation, and like, was it a good vacation?
Oh, it was awesome. So
okay, good. Okay, good.
So that's
what matters most, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How many wife beater beers did you drink? Would you say?
I only had one.
Did you beat your wife?
No.
Did you beat your wife?
Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah.
Right to the kisser.
Back shots.
No, I only had one of those. I was mainly drinking, honestly, like I've said this before, probably last year, but like Ischia, because to your point, it is like, it's a tourist destination. They just have Peroni Nostro Azzurro. Like
I didn't say it was a tourist destination. What was like your general, what was like your average day? So you were on Ischia Island, but you hopped around different hotels. But like, what? Before we get into like the details and like the hilarious travails, what was just like your average day?
Well, they were different at all these different locations. So the first hotel is like a hotel that is renowned for having like all these like amazing pools. So those were like,
how many pools?
I think they have 15 pools. Yeah,
like
San Montano,
like sea pool, like
no, well,
like rock pools.
So the main pool is because Ischia is a volcanic island. And some of them are more like wading situations. Some are hotter, some are cooler, some are volcanic. So they're all a different vibe.
So it's like a hot spring therapeutics.
Yes, the main one is
shit. Yeah.
Though it was like way too hot because it's like you know the temperature was crazy. So it's like that's not. I didn't find that enjoyable. Okay. So that was not one that I spent more than one dip.
You weren't trying to sous vide the meat.
No, so
that is not what the doctor ordered.
No, sir. So those were more like, so that was like a pool situation. Then from there, we went to the nicest hotel that I think I've probably ever stayed at outside of like a staycation, maybe at the Plaza, though this is like obviously a different vibe, but Mezzatore is like the best hotel. It's the splurge. They have a private beach club. So that was like the whole day, like on the, on the water.
What time are you waking up?
Dude, I could not sleep for shit, bro. I don't know what I was waking up at like 5:30.
Welcome to my life. What time are you going to bed?
6. Pretty like nothing crazy. Maybe like midnight the latest.
When would you start? Okay, so would Jenna also wake up early, or was she sleeping in?
No, she was sleeping in a little bit more.
What time are you hitting the first fucking?
The first Bloody
Saucy
Mary?
sauce.
Yo, so this is a crazy thing. You know how your palate changes when you get older? I used to hate Bloody Marys. I'm like obsessed now.
Yeah, savory, spicy.
It's incredible. The first drink would be nothing crazy. You're like I said, on vacation, I'm eating more meals. I'm not on my fucking anorexic routine. Having breakfast.
Routine. I think the doctor would call that a disorder.
Lifestyle. Yeah. Just what the doctor disordered.
Nice.
Thank you. No, first drink at like 11.
All right. A bloody.
And then
bloody with your eggs.
And then the third hotel it was more of because they had a. So we stayed at this hotel last year. They did not inform us that the whole pool and patio of the hotel was under construction.
What?
Which was pretty fucking annoying. And I don't want to like complain because like this of the 3 hotels, this is nice and technically a 5-star hotel, but a bit cheaper. So I wasn't like that mad.
What would you do?
I was bummed.
Go to the beach?
Yes, we went to beach clubs.
Okay. Italian beach clubs. Mamma mia.
Incredible, dude.
Yeah.
The best.
You get the plastic bag full of ice for your one beer?
They didn't do that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, they honestly like beers weren't even like that cold. I know. It's like the hot wine all over again. Fucking, I mean, that's Europe.
Well, that's the problem with like most of Italy, right? It's just
yeah. And then that hotel, because it's like, more, it's like you can walk to restaurants in the shopping district on that side of the island. That was more of like, hanging out in town, going to like nicer dinners or like grabbing a drink at like a more like, locals only where like your waiter is a 13-year-old boy. Because that's like what he's doing for his summer vacation. He's working at his family's like little beach bar. But 3 terrible things happened.
Over the course of the whole week?
Yeah, and terrible. One is objectively terrible. One is bad, and then one is stupid. Though I will say that all of them, I felt like we had more to celebrate. Like I can't believe that between 2 functioning adults, these things happened. The first was on our ferry from Naples.
What do you call me? It's Pride, bro. Actually, Pride's over.
Yeah.
Slur away.
Hey, gaze to the back.
That's not what the meme says.
The ferry from Naples to Ischia, we just
Did you hide your jewelry in Naples?
Yeah.
Nice.
Even though we had like the driver who's like meeting us at the airport, we're going right to the car, from the car to the ferry where they have like cops.
Jenna, take your Van Cleef off.
And she's like, you're being so annoying because it is like my, It's like the overprotective dad thing.
Well, you're like, I'm not
on
buying you
GM
another.
mode.
I'm not going to the fucking Van Cleef store again.
Yeah, right, for real. So we just got off at the wrong island. So we get off and we're trying to, our boy Roberto, who's our driver that we met last year.
Was he on the ferry with you?
No, he was in Ischia and he's like, where are you guys? And we're like, wait, where are you? And then, we realized that we got off one stop too soon. And I was like, because I was napping on the ferry, and then Jen was like, all right, let's go, let's get her luggage. I'm like, this felt too fast.
How many?
So we're literally just on this other island, which it starts with a P, and I can't remember, but we're like,
Ischia.
yeah. And I'm like, I'm like, she's like, this doesn't like look right. But there's different ports in Ischia, so it's like, I don't know. I guess part of us was like, maybe we figured this out.
That's what happens when you put a fucking woman in charge of navigation,
so
right?
I mean, but here's the thing. It's like, because I'm the baby you travel with, like I had no insight. She's like,
are a drunk baby.
She's like, get off the ferry. I'm like, all right, I'll get all the luggage. We're off the ferry. I'm like, where the fuck are we? But
I was just following orders. That's what the Nazi said, Lawrence.
Yeah, but the whole delayed in Italy thing, kind of came back to haunt me because I literally then was delayed and we just were hanging around with our luggage and we missed
For how long?
a half. That we had to wait, I think 2.5 hours for that next
Just
ferry.
at the port?
Yeah, and there's bars and we're chilling, but it was not the best start. And then Jenna, who's the boss and the manager, and normally prides herself on the itinerary and how efficient it is and how how dialed and locked in she is. She was really upset, and I was like, it's not your fault.
She felt stupid.
She felt very stupid again, more to Delabrain. So that sucked. The next terrible thing that happened is that despite having my entire fits in a kind of like a spreadsheet in my notes app, which I showed you last week.
Which ever since you said that, I saw a few TikToks of people that they do a whole packing manifesto.
Yeah.
Or packing manifest of with spreadsheets. And
truly a manifest, yeah.
Autistic as hell. I'll just say that.
Well, and maybe you're not wrong because it kind of, I don't want to say it backfired because actually, honestly, it proves how important it is because I deviated a little bit, right? I was like, okay, I'm just going to bring a bunch of my vintage polo pleats and maybe a pair of Stofa shorts. And I'm just going to throw those in a suitcase and maybe I'll wear them at some point on vacation, but they weren't part of any planned fit.
Okay.
So at the first hotel, I remember taking them out and putting them in a closet by where the safe is.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I packed them and then did the same thing at the second hotel because I really can't remember, but I ended up losing. I was wrong. I thought I lost 4. You didn't see this on Instagram, but I was I did a little rest in Pleats memorial for my lost shorts.
Did it feature fit pics of you?
And you, because some were in boys only. It was a nice little layout by Instagram.
Silver lining. I get to post more photos of myself.
Truly. So I lost 3 pairs of vintage made in the USA polo shorts, which honestly...
Were they all Chickies buys?
Some were eBay.
Okay.
And I love those shorts and they're great. It's not that huge of a loss. You can buy that shit pretty cheap. That's maybe maybe all in $200 lost.
Yeah, but we were sentimental about our clothing.
Absolutely.
Everything we wear has a personality. We anthropomorphize our clothing, which is insane. Right?
I mean, those shorts are, speaking of anthropomorphized, they're called the Andrew short by Polo. I don't know who they're named after, but
Prince Andrew that's what he wore on the Pedo Express.
Did you know my middle name?
Andrew.
There you go.
Yeah. You're fucking pedo. Do you know my middle name?
Just with the doctor. Yeah. Katsuya.
The way you pronounce it wasn't correct, but okay.
Close
enough.
How do you pronounce it?
Katsuya.
What does it mean?
Well, the way you pronounce it is fried food store. The way I pronounce it is firstborn.
Oh, why are they spelled the same?
Because it's a character-based language.
Because you fried your mom's pussy when you came out. Sorry,
just what the doctor ordered.
The one pair that was super brutal for me is I have these beautiful brown linen open weave, and those I don't know if I could replace. The pleated baby jorts.
Those also polo?
Those are polo. I lost the pleated baby jorts, which those have been popping up. No, because no one wants pleated jorts.
Yeah,
they're pretty easy to get. And
real quick though, how many days did you spend in each hotel?
The first hotel, we were at San Montano for, I think that was a 2-nighter.
So for two night stay, you fully unpack?
No, so that they were in a suitcase with a bunch of shit that, because of the planning, was coming out and being worn. So that's why I just threw them in the closet. Yeah.
It's almost like
they're just loosies.
You're overthinking the fits.
Well, maybe.
And do you pack by like consulting the manifesto? And you're like, okay, this row. Okay, I got to make sure that that's back in. Okay, this row. And because they're not on the manifesto, is that why you forgot to put them back in?
I think I just put them in such like a fucking like out of sight, out of mind place that like I truly forgot. And honestly, there's part of because here's the thing: I emailed the hotel, they couldn't find them. But the second hotel, Mezzatore, where we had this like beautiful junior suite, which is like a lot of room for these shorts to get lost, assuming I packed them again, which I couldn't tell you, they didn't have them either. So I don't know if it's like
maybe you're covering your jewels and you should have been covering your fucking thighs, brother.
Yeah, for real. And the biggest bummer though is what I realized when I got home is it wasn't that I lost 4 pairs of polo shorts. I lost 3 pairs of polo shorts and a pair of custom Stofa shorts.
Oh,
like my best shorts. Custom? Yeah, because they're made to measure.
Okay.
Those are fucking gone.
Damn, bro.
That is one where I'm like, fuck
that hurts.
Me, dude. That really, really fucking hurts. So if you're in Ischia and you see a very steezy cleaning person, if housekeeping is looking real flowy,
in some pleated jorts.
Yeah, so that sucked. And then the worst thing that happened,
but you didn't realize that until you got home.
No, I realized the polo in the moment while I was on the trip, and I did not think about the Stofa until I got home, and that was a fucking gut punch. I was like I said it, I was sick to my fucking stomach.
Yeah. Well, you know what the comments say, bro? It's just clothes, bro.
But it's not. It's not.
No, I agree. But the commenters that say we dress like shit, say, podcasting should be gate kept.
The sub it's just on the subreddit, yeah. But if that's the kind of if that's the cost for having a great vacation, that's fine. Though the worst thing that happened, and this will be very interesting to you because you did not see this on social media, is Jenna had a little medical mishap.
Did she stumble on a rock again?
No. We went out for dinner on the night where we were like the most dressed up, consulting the spreadsheet. Obviously, that was in the itinerary. She's in these big, beautiful wedge heels. We're all dressed up, and we're walking this route that we have taken a few times before, whether it was last year or earlier in this trip. And, I think she's like, oh, like, are people going to see me in these heels on a cobblestone street and be like, look at this dumb American bitch who's like, she's not wearing appropriate shoes because she prides herself on how she can prance on any terrain.
She's heels. A dancer.
Well, right. And I guess she's been doing this thing. I mean, straight up hot dogging it, showing off where like there's this one portion of this one Via Roma where the street gets very narrow, and there's a bunch of apartments that are ground level, and because they're on the ground level, they have window bars, right, that are covering them. And she'd been doing this thing where she kind of like daintily and gracefully like would swing herself like whoop over like the bars as if it was an obstacle to get to the other side of the very narrow pathway. And she goes to do that, and I'm not even like watching her do this. Like I've seen this move already. I'm not impressed with her Harley Quinn maneuvers. I just hear her go, oh, and I'm like, what happened? And she's like, oh, I think I like bruised my arm. And I'm like, and she's holding it. And I'm like, let me see. She's like, no, I'm going to put pressure on it. Like it feels good. And it wasn't bleeding at all. So I was like, okay. I'm like, maybe this is bad. Maybe this is not that bad. So we're walking a little bit more, and I can kind of see like the bottom, like under, like where her hand ended, there was like it was like, it wasn't bleeding, but it's an abrasion. And I'm like, maybe let's take a little pit stop at the pharmacia. Like maybe we should like just, maybe we need gauze. Maybe we need a butterfly Band-Aid. I don't know. As we're walking to the nearest pharmacy, I'm like, you know what? How about this? Instead of having your hand on it, and I know it's not bleeding, but let me get some napkins and let's like use a real compress till we get to the pharmacy.
Damn, look at you managing the manager.
And it's funny because I am very bad under pressure. But that's because I didn't know what I was actually dealing with. So now I sound good. I sound like a real fucking... I sound like just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah. Dude, but when it comes to the showdown.
So, yeah. And I was there, but I shouldn't have been, because we get to the pharmacy and we're waiting online. And it's starting to bother her like a little bit more. So we get to the pharmacy and we're trying to communicate with the woman at the desk about... like a butterfly band. Like I had a picture on my phone because I'm like, I don't know how she's not going to know what I'm saying. Even if
Mariposa Band-Aid.
Exactly. So eventually the woman's like, why don't you, she like, she's pantomiming. She's an Italian. She's gesticulating. She's like, why don't you, let me see what we're working with here. Bro. Jenna peels the fucking stack of napkins off her arm, and I literally looked directly into the meat of her arm. And we immediately both look at each other and we're like, and we are going to the fucking hospital, dude. Dude, we go.
How did she not know how deep the
I think it's one of those things where when the cut is so deep, it doesn't bleed because it's so deep.
It doesn't hurt yet. Like that one scene in The Bear.
Yeah, right. So we get in the cab. We're going to the fucking hospital. The guy's like, do you need me to like step on it? And she's like, nah, she's trying to like be cool and like not embarrass herself. So we go to an Italian emergency room, bro. The scene in this fucking hospital was, talk about a scene from The Bear, dude. It was out of control. The second we walk in, the Italy-Croatia Euro game starts.
Okay.
So
you're
no one is trying to help anybody.
So you're on your phone trying to watch it?
Yeah, right. No, it's on the fucking TV in the waiting room. So there's a guy on a gurney who's like passed out in pain with a broken arm. He's now locked in. The best was there was a dad with his daughter who had a grapefruit-sized lump on her wrist. Like clearly she had like broken her wrist. And he's like, patting her back. The second the game comes on, he just gets up and he stands like, watch the game. Like the straight up Italian guy move. So like, this is all happening. The doctor is like, okay, you're going to need stitches. So I watched her get like the most like hack job.
Was he kind of like doing the stitching?
No,
while,
that
like,
was
one
it.
eye on the
Once
game?
we went into the fucking actual like ER, they didn't have a television, but there was a there's like two nonas like dying, which was like very morbid, like hooked up to all this shit. There was some giant fat guy who like clearly like had a heart attack. He's hooked up to a bunch of shit. The women are kind of like, the Italian women are like laughing at Jenna because like the fit, she's in this like beautiful dress and these heels.
Yeah, you're like in a suit?
Yeah, I wasn't in a suit, but I was like dressed nicely. And they're just like stitching her up. And I think she got like 4 stitches. Americans do not benefit from universal health care in Italy. We had to provide our insurance and our passports and all that shit. Luckily, like we had that on us. And yeah, I'm like, you should go to an American doctor and get this checked out. Oh, bro, we had to go to a pharmacy the next day to get her a tetanus shot. And she thought it would be administered there. And they're like, no, you do it yourself. I had to shoot her in the ass with a tetanus shot. Dude. I felt like the scene in Pulp Fiction with the fucking adrenaline, dude. I'm like, all right. I hope I don't hit your sciatic nerve. I just fucking, dude, the needle's like this long, bro.
You know what that was?
It was insane.
That was just what the doctor ordered.
Yo, for real. Oh, and the best part too is that she's trying to explain the injury to like the intake nurse. And because they're like, how did you do this? There's like this.
I swing at a grade.
Yo, dude, it is probably like, what is this? Average?
That's like 8 inches.
Dude, it's like, it was I literally like, it was
a gash.
I saw flesh, dude, like
bone?
meat. No.
Like a fillet? Like
no, because it happened here, so it's very meat. Dude, fucking crazy, dude. But once that shit got peeled off at the pharmacy, I went into like full panic mode. I don't think I was helping anything. So the last funny point before moving on, and we could talk to you about your trip, is that she's explaining to the woman, she's like, because the woman's like, how did this happen? And she's trying to explain the concept she's like, window, bars, and the woman's like, oh, you drunk at a bar. And she's like, no, bars on a window.
No,
So
just because my husband is drinking a Bloody Mary in the emergency room.
too many tenant super loggers, bar, husband.
Please help me.
Yeah.
I'm blinking SOS.
She's like, you deal with a lot of this shit in this country, no?
Yeah.
Bro, it was fucking horrendous. And then luckily, because we still had probably 3 full days of vacation.
Could she go in the water?
No, she doesn't really swim, so it wasn't an issue.
But could she tan?
Yeah. And it
Okay.
was just all bandaged up, and she's gonna.
Did it fuck up her fit? Did it fuck up her photos?
I mean, honestly, she turned it on to content and got a lot of sympathy. But like, I was like, dude, it would have ruined my vacation, or maybe someone like you who like, I want to swim, dude. I want to swim in the fucking Tyrrhenian Sea. I want to.
You're a great swimmer, I hear.
So strong, dude. So strong. You missed my fucking beautiful diving form. If you go back, you'll see some graceful fucking maneuvers from your boy. No, just in a grid.
Okay.
Just a nice little, just an action shot of still.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, I'm like, it was like, it was brutal, dude.
That
and we
sucks.
still went out to dinner that night though, so it was great.
Yeah, I was gonna say you missed the res. Showed up an hour late. Like, oh, you're on time.
The res that was done, and we just ate at like actually a great place called Bargino that it actually has. Their claim is that the best bruschetta on the island. And honestly, bro, if the wound led to the canceled res, which led me to the best bruschetta I've ever had in my life. Also,
Worth it.
Worth it?
Worth it. Sorry, Jenna's arm. Is she scarred? Is it gonna be scarred?
Oh, dude, for sure it's gonna be a scar. So speaking of mementos, I was like, well, you're always gonna have that. And she goes, well, I don't really care because of where it is in my arm. I'll never see it. If this was like on your fucking facial, your visage somewhere else. Like, it could be an issue, but she doesn't really seem to care. But dude, watching this guy like sew it up, there's pictures of it on her Instagram. I'm like, aren't Italians supposed to be like expert tailors? I'm like, this guy was like,
no,
I don't know.
They would be tailors.
It
right?
looked fucking. I mean, if you want to see the meat, dude.
No, I don't.
I mean, I don't know. Did you do zoots for fucking for Instagram?
How many dumps did she do on vacation?
Let me show you.
7?
Look at her arm. Here you go.
That's all right.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
I mean, dude, it was deep, brother.
How many dumps did she do?
She posted a bunch, and she was doing a bunch of reels. I don't know. She's just fucking creating content.
No, I'm just trying to find where to see the shit.
Oh, she did the whole story I just told is this right here.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Found it.
Oh, and here's the game playing. Yeah, she was.
Here's you and some shorts that you didn't lose.
Yeah, the Colbull shorts made it through. No, I was fucking stressed, dude. I mean, like, she was handling it super well. She got on Wi-Fi. She called her mom. Was kind of like laughing about it, and it didn't like hurt her. It just like looked really fucking bad. And there was no point where like she was not gonna need stitches for this.
Yeah.
We would have had to go to the hospital at some point. So
right.
It was almost like, and we were in and out in the hospital despite the scene. Like under an hour.
That's Italian efficiency for you.
Bro, I was prepared to, maybe because like, I just fucking stitch her up real quick, get her out of here. Who cares? She's not even a citizen. But I was prepared to like lose the whole night, which is very selfish and not a thought that I'm proud that I had. But dude, in and out. And we still, like I said, still went to dinner and had that bruschetta.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. So that was my trip.
Getting hurt on vacation is not a vibe.
How you gonna get hurt on vacation? All right. So that was me.
All right.
That's what you missed.
All right. My vacation, I guess we'll go to me now.
Anything bad happened?
No, nothing bad happened. Only good things happened.
That's great.
Well,
I'm happy for you.
Probably some bad stuff happened.
That you blocked out?
I mean, nothing. Oh, I almost. All right. So my vacation was I had to kill a few days in the south of France. I went to a place called Saint Raphael, which I know that the hotel's good because Joachim went there like 2 weeks later.
With the family?
Like when I did my fucking story dump, he's like, yo, are you still here? I'm like, no. Like, I was there 2 weeks ago. Instagram isn't a reflection of like reality,
Real time, yeah. You don't say.
But that's how you know it's good, is that Joachim, the fucking
for sure.
Most hasteful man in the world, was there. But so I linked up with Emily Oberg, friend of the pod, and after a few days in, I'm just giving you the grand like structure.
Go off, Ken.
After a few days of just like by myself, just chilling, relaxing, recovering, decompressing. I didn't want to do anything strenuous because after that, I had a week of tennis camp at the Patrick Mouratoglou Academy in south of France, about 20 minutes north of Antibes and like 20 minutes outside Cannes. So
Cinema.
What?
Cinema.
Oh, Cannes. Well, it was during like the Clio Awards. You know what that is?
Yeah, it's like the fake advertising marketing one.
But it has become like
it's a big deal.
It's like a big like party.
Corpo money, baby.
Exactly. The first thing of note was, and this wasn't really planned, I just kind of like did it because I was like so fucking sick of like the 2 weeks that we had of like Instagram. What do I post? When I fucking like, all that shit. You know what I mean?
I get it, dude. I understand. I was even fatigued myself.
So I logged out of IG at 10:45 p.m. on a Thursday night.
It's the first time you've ever done that?
I think so. Except for like to solve like a technical issue.
Right.
So I'd posted just this pic of me and said, see you in July. And that was more like, hey, like I'm going to be back in July.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Easy exit. Like I'm giving myself a fucking out here.
Yeah.
So I just logged out.
The Irish exit.
I reflexively tried to open Instagram or like tapped on the app 7 times in the first 24 hours.
That proves the addiction, right? The fix.
Where it's like, I just like instinctively go to my phone, right? Like I'm scrolling Twitter, mind you, I was still heavy on Twitter and TikTok. I was not really in Discord, I was not really on Reddit, or I was not on Reddit at all, except for porn. But I instinctively tried to open up Instagram 7 times in the first 24 hours, 4 times on Saturday, and 0 times after that.
Were you disgusted with yourself as you were doing this 7 times one day and then 4 times the next day?
No, I was more interested. I was like, wow, like the addiction or just like the lizard brain is real.
And how do you use Instagram? Are you like clicking through stories? Are you refreshing your notifications? How do you normally use it? Like if you were to click in.
Stories, viewing stories, like seeing notifications, any DMs, like going there and responding or just double tapping. I mean, that's mainly it. Like I don't really scroll through like people's, or else I'll do like 2 scrolls and like, but I don't really like anything because I want to inform the algo.
But you broke the cycle in 24 hours is what I'm hearing.
48 hours.
48 hours. Cold turkey,
So after
48 hours.
after 48 hours, I was like, yeah, like I'm done. And also like kind of not ashamed of like the addiction, but just like,
yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm not on it. Like there's no point.
How much did your mentals or your life improve when you're like, I'm not even thinking about this thing?
Oh, bro, it was fucking
freedom.
No, it was tragic. I was like, why? I can't see what people are eating.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I can't see that one girl that I talked to in 2018. Like, what is she wearing?
Okay.
What shorts is Lawrence wearing?
What shorts did I lose?
I wonder if Lawrence lost any shorts. What ironic license plates are there that people are posting that I can't see?
Right. Cool vintage cars.
What are the old people wearing that fucking what's the elder abuse going on? Yeah.
The non-consensual elder fit pics.
Yeah.
I took a bunch of those in Italy.
Yeah. What event flyers are getting posted?
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, what about all the subleases I'm missing out on in Bushwick?
What are you playing on Spotify? Oh.
So not even like fucking riffing this out anymore. Like you literally were like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not missing anything, which is the point.
No. You know, you definitely miss. I missed it at first. I think what it does is it kind of reframes like this is not to get too like fake ass deep here, but it kind of reframes like what your reality is, where it is like oh, the people that I will communicate with, I'm no longer just instantly available to like every single person on planet Earth. I will be texting with the people I text with. Sure. I'll be like calling the people I call with. People will reach out and they'll be like, yo, how's tennis camp? And I'll talk to them about it because they're not seeing like any visual imagery of it.
Right. But it's not a banal conversation with the person that you don't know who's like, oh, I also went to fucking Montague fucking tennis camp.
Yeah, or just like, it's like, oh, I'm not going to necessarily know what Lawrence and Jen are up to on the vacations, but I wonder if there's a way to figure out how their vacation was. Maybe I'll fucking talk to my friends. How about that?
Yeah, right.
How about that?
Yeah.
So kind of like, you're no longer instantly anywhere in the world. You're no longer, I'm not eating with this person. I'm not like getting dressed with this person. I'm not like, oh, that's what's happening on the Lower East Side while I'm, 6,000 miles away. You are, and this sounds very corny, but you are just like actually here where like it reframes your reality.
You're living your
and your
life.
like actual location.
Yeah. And when you're taking then photos of like whatever stuff, like, are you like, when I'm back on Instagram, I'm going to drop them, or something more like, I want to just remember, like a memory.
Yeah. And
like
it's
what
like
a picture is intended to do, right?
Right. Where it's, and then did I then go through and like, while I was waiting for my flight, go and upload a bunch of them in like a fucking epic vacay dump? Yeah, of course. Which I felt like that was what I felt a little like guilty about, was being complicit in this whole thing once I logged back on. Mm-hmm. But no, it's just like, oh shit, like look at this ridiculous mural of a racist Italian American storming Normandy.
Yeah.
Or like storming Utah Beach.
And like,
that. I guess it was like near like Utah Beach and shit.
Yeah, probably.
Because like I was at a restaurant where there were oysters from Utah Beach. I'm like, really?
What do they taste
They got like Tom Hanks fucking blood and guts filtered through the meat here.
Let me get a Saving Private Ryan fucking half dozen.
Yeah.
Dude.
Tastes like a 19-year-old from Missouri.
So here's my question. So then when you're with Emily and she's like, obviously like, she's got a fucking image to uphold. She's got a real brand. She's got a lot of shit going on, maybe at a higher fidelity than us. Did you have to do like friend zone Instagram boyfriend shit for her?
Yeah. And she's like, you better be taking content of me. And I'm like, of course. I was like, whatever you need. Because once I told Emily my plan and she was like, oh shit, I know that camp. Can I come with you and do that? I'm like, yeah, of course. She's like, yo, let me reach out to them. She got us like a pretty significant discount on the camp.
Hell yeah.
This is what I got to do.
Yeah, it's worth it.
If this is what I got to do, not just on a friend basis of like, oh, she needs to film some shit for this like brand partnership, whatever. That's 30 seconds out of my life. Just hold a camera. And if, I got to take some shit for her to tag and like, so she can play the game so that I can benefit.
Yes.
Of course I'm going to do that. But like,
how are you as a director?
But that was during tennis camp. I'm just taking a million photos. Where I saw a TikTok hack where it's like, here's how to take a burst.
Ooh, nice.
So you hold the, this one?
For what Jenna taught me.
You hold the shutter button and then you move it to the left and it just takes like a million.
Yeah.
But this was even before I met up with Emily, and I was like, I caught up on reading. I hit Lucas Mann's new book, fucking beautiful, about fatherhood. It's incredible.
Oh, by the way, Heat 2, spectacular.
Did you finish?
Yeah.
Congrats.
I'm very excited for the movie.
Nice. You just kind of like, I don't know.
I felt like you needed it, dude.
I think everyone needs it. I think it was honestly like a realization that this shit is not necessary. Like the only time I felt like a little bit like, oh, should I go back on was when we dropped our boys only, and I was like, should I promo it?
I was gonna say, and I was like, I noticed, I was like, he didn't promote it, and I'm like, I wasn't gonna like judge or anything, but you.
Well,
So
at that point, I was very heavily. That was a Tuesday. At that point, I was like in camp. Like I was like not on my phone.
No, and I wasn't even remotely like critical of that. But I was like, oh, he's for real.
LeBron 0 Dark 30, bro. I was locked in.
I thought forget about logging out. I was like, oh, he probably like deleted this shit off his phone.
No, it was just like I logged out of TF and logged out of Dr. Taco. It was really nice. And like, I think that I would like to think that I could spend less time on IG now. And I feel like it's only been like a few days, so I'm sure I'll fucking revert back to bad habits. But I think that my time spent on IG has really decreased. And like, I don't know, I think you just realize that it is certainly its own ecosystem. And it's certainly something that is entertainment. And it's like, hey, here's what going my life, and I'm looking at your life, or how you want to present it and how I want to present myself. But it is definitely like a standalone closed system where it should not overtake your entire brain, your entire like time in bed, just scrolling through fucking nothingness. And again, it made me realize like maybe I'm just following a certain cohort of person, but it is very repetitive, very monotonous. Like everyone thinks that they're like posting, or I think everyone thinks that they're posting like a very like unique perspective of how they want to be perceived. And it's like, all right. Pasta, license plate, fit pick.
It's the fucking laundry list that like is the
exactly swaggy old person in Chinatown.
We are all in our dump era.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't begrudge anyone for their IG usage, but I think it's an interesting experiment to undertake. Maybe, and I don't think you could do it. Could you do it?
No, and I lie to myself. Well, also my thing is like forget about getting caught in the monotony of like everyone like watching what everyone else is up to, because like for me, there's like just certain people that I want to see what they're up to, mainly like friends or like keeping tabs on my wife, etc.
What's this bitch up to?
What the fuck is this bitch? She fucking hurting herself again. For me, what I think it's even worse is that the closed cycle that I get caught in is like one of just pure narcissism, where it's like answering all these DMs, which like I lie to myself where it's like that's the job or kind of what we signed up for. Like if you and I
I think you'll have the attention.
Oh, no, for sure. 100%. That's what I'm saying. I lie to myself about how it's like, but it's 100% like refreshing notifications, looking at DMs. And I think it's like one thing if you're just like hanging out and it's like, okay, I finished this chapter, part of the book. Like, let me just play on my phone a little bit. But yeah, dude, I mean, I think because I don't use TikTok, if you got rid of Instagram, I think my screen time more so than more so than you, because you love TikTok and you love to doom scroll on Twitter, I think more than me. But my screen time might decrease by 3/4. Bro.
Nice.
It's all IG. So maybe I'll try something.
I wasn't spending less time on my phone. I was like, I was like watching Netflix on my phone. I was like, TikTok usage went up, which is just like pure entertainment and not like, oh, like what am I missing out on? What do those people do? What are they doing over there? But yeah, it was cool. I liked it.
But the one thing that you didn't document in real time that I really want to hear about is this fucking high-end black tie gala you went to.
Well, last point on Instagram is that not only do you not make yourself readily available to any single person on the planet that wants to get in touch with you, but like people don't, if you're not real-time broadcasting like what you're doing, like people don't know where you are. And it was interesting, and I'm not casting any judgment on this, but people were like hitting me like, yo, James, because you got back from Italy before while I was still in Paris or in France. And people are like, yo, James, I see you're back from Italy. I'm like,
nope.
No.
Oh, they're just basing that off of as if you and I go everywhere together.
So I'm like, oh, Lawrence must be back in New York City. And some posting New York City bullshit.
He landed.
Or they're like, or you post something like, yo, you should go to these places. And I'm like, bro, I'm no longer Nice. Like, I don't know what to say.
That's the hardest thing for me, like, because Jenna is so locked in with her, like, very, like, organized itinerary. I do appreciate, like, people giving me, like, amazing recs, but it's like, yo, like, every reservation is accounted for. A gash wound notwithstanding. So it's like, and I appreciate that, but I feel bad because, like, and I get the rec economy is... Honestly, that's the thing that I want to divest from, because like I know why people want to give it, right? It's partly to like be helpful to someone else, it's partly to feel good about themselves, to give a cool rec, to like get those cool points. But it's like I can't literally get into a single one of these just based on how I travel. Yeah. So it's
like
it's like a waste of time.
I mean, Rendezvous hit me on IG and they're like, yo, pull up. And I was like, all right, cool. But also like I think what you and I thankfully aren't a part of are this contingent of person that like lives their entire life just to capture content for IG. Like people, you see these lines of like, at like the surf club in Montauk, and there's like fucking people in like dresses and like looking nice to go to like a mid-ass place in Montauk. And it looks like horrendous, and they're waiting online for hours. Or like when we're in Italy, and there's like people waiting online just to get like the fucking gelato or like the one, in IG food or whatever.
Go to the Louvre just to fucking get the Mona Lisa.
And like, I'm guilty of this, and it kind of goes to your question of like, when you're shooting photos, like, is that for IG? It's like, no, not when you're logged out, because then you're just
or it's like at least friends or whatever.
I don't think I was of the mentality where like, oh, like this is gonna look sick on IG later. I gotta shoot this in 16:9. I was like, no, this is like a funny mural. This is like a nice fucking mise en scene.
I actually feel more pressure to like post and create content like on vacation than I do in my normal life. Where like
that's crazy.
I know it's weird, right? Well,
that's viewing the world with an IG lens. It's like, how is this gonna look? Is this gonna look good? Like,
or it's like bragging or showing off, and again, I'd lie to myself that it's like the job or something as some version of or some level of a public persona, but it is fucking it's twisted and broken, dude.
Yeah,
sucks.
So I don't know. There are parts of me entertaining. Like, should I like on the weekend? Should I log off?
Maybe,
right, and then just like come back to it, and when it's like work time, I don't know, whatever.
Time will tell.
That was just like so that was like, and also I was by myself, so I was probably like overthinking this shit like crazy.
But it's good to be self-reflective, even if it can kind of be like this weird spiraling thing. I think it's good. But it's self-reflection.
I mainly spent that first 3 days just resting and recuperating because I had to and I didn't do any like real exercise, real shit. Oh, I got stung by a jellyfish in the ocean.
What?
Yeah.
Like badly?
It sucked.
Oh,
you see this?
Bro.
Oh, something bad did happen.
Holy shit.
And it got some here too.
Was it like swollen really bad day one?
It was more like raised and itchy, and I finally got home and like
Did I didn't pee on it? You got to pee on it.
I went into the pool.
You're just like,
okay.
This is me peeing on my jellyfish.
So this hotel's on the water, like on the sea, and there's a pool that's like salt water. That's like, taken in from the ocean. But I was like swimming in the open ocean or open sea, and just like felt like you feel like you get electrocuted. It's crazy.
I've been stung before, but only when I was younger, so I don't even know if I have like the sense memory.
I looked up like are the jellyfish in the south of France, and they're like, yeah, this one jellyfish, like it's the mauve stinger.
Ooh,
and it's painful.
Wait, because it's like pink.
It's like purple.
Oh, nice.
And so I did go into the like communal pool, and I like didn't piss on my arm, but I pissed and like held my arm in like the piss cloud.
Okay. Nice.
It didn't do shit.
Shout out to everyone else who used that pool. Dude.
It didn't do shit.
Yo, if I was there, bro,
it would have gone down different.
I would have peed on you. It would have gone down differently, dude.
Well, I was like, wait, if Emily was here, would I have asked her to piss me? Probably not. Probably not.
Yikes! No way, dude. That's not her job.
I know. It's like, yo, I'm taking content for you. Fucking piss on my arm, bitch.
Did the Sonos add pee on me? I'll cover my eyes, please.
But yeah, it's mad itchy is the only thing.
It looks like bad. Well, I mean, I'm sure it looked worse, but that's a real fucking
wound.
It sucked. Damn, everyone getting hurt out here besides your boy.
Yo, was like, yo, make sure the fan watches out for those mauve stingers, bro.
That's the Mediterranean Sea?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. All right.
You're the geography major.
I finally go to camp, and camp starts with a black tie gala, which like I was lugging around a fucking tuxedo for 3 weeks through all of Europe, or 2 weeks really, before having to use it. And that shit was like, finally, I was like, I can finally wear this fucking tuxedo. Have you ever been to like a black tie gala?
Interesting. Nah, I think yeah, the Bay City fucking Rotary Club fucking yeah, maybe that. But that's not that there's no celebrities there besides me and my wife.
So I was at the Patrick Mortoglu Academy, which is like mainly an academy where like kids from like ages like 6 to like through high school go, and they're like either training to be pros or like get scholarships. Coco Gauff came from there.
Shit.
Who won the US Open last year. Currently, Patrick, Big P as I call him, is coaching Holger Rune.
Who dat?
Sorry, Holger Rune. He's like a Norwegian. He's like been top 10. I think.
Shit.
I think he peaked at number 4. He's like nice.
Okay.
He won. I don't know if he's won any Grand Slams. Don't quote me on that. But he's good. And Patrick coached Serena Williams during her famously, like prime years.
He's the real fucking deal.
Yeah. But he's also like a kind of like a French celeb and like big in like the sports world and especially the tennis world.
He's like an influencer on Instagram, right? Too.
He's like over 1 million, 1.5 followers. But anyway, so he had this gala to kind of like fund the like initiative that brings kids that
scholarships.
Tennis is obviously like an elite rich sport. Scholarships for kids to like come train at the school for free.
Right. This is how we get the next Williams sisters is through this.
Yeah. So I was like, they were like,
Charles Bompton.
The plug was like, yo, pull up to the gala. Cool. It's black tie. Cool. I didn't realize it is fucking legitimate. Like me and Emily were like, yo, like what is this?
I mean,
this
talk
is
about
wild.
who's at your table, right? I mean, like.
So even before the table, there's a red carpet.
Did either of you, did she walk it? Because she's like a big deal.
Everyone walked it. And everyone took photos.
So
and
it's the Louis Vuitton show.
I haven't seen my photos yet, but I'll try to get them. Saw Mike Tyson, which I was legitimately starstruck because like he was growing up in the 90s. He was like the it was Jordan, Tyson, fucking
Jackson, Game 6.
Jackson, Game 6.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Ronaldo, the OG Ronaldo, Fat Ronaldo.
Oh my God, dude. What's his haircut right now?
R9. He doesn't have the fucking Hitler stash haircut, but he
The
is
triangle of sadness.
He's living large. Well, literally.
He's incredible, dude.
He should have been number 7 because it looked like 7, 8, 9.
Woo! Got his ass.
My guy had the get money gut.
Well, yo, after you have a career like that, like what do? You just fucking enjoy
and he's having
life.
a moment. I feel like he was in a Nike commercial recently. He was like in a or like maybe in the UK only.
He's known for being a very jovial, like awesome guy versus Messi, who's autistic, or Ronaldo, Cristiano, who's an asshole.
Yes. Although apparently nice or charming in person.
Really?
And Ronaldinho.
So it was like he's awesome.
It was Ronaldo and then Ronaldinho.
He's the GOAT, but he does look like a horse.
He's like a party boy, like maniac.
Well, these Brazilian guys fucking rule, dude.
Yeah. Ronaldo, he gave a speech and he said, and this was interesting, he now gets bored watching football.
What?
And he'd rather watch and play tennis.
Wow.
So he was there for a week before just like taking private lessons with Big P.
Hell yeah.
And then it was at this gala, and I guess they're just homies now. So I got sat down next to, at the same table as Steve Nash.
Awesome.
Who I'd spotted earlier. And I was like, oh, fuck, Steve Nash. He had also been taking lessons.
Big soccer guy, too.
Yes, but now tennis is his new thing.
That's awesome.
My brother played pickup soccer with him when Steve Nash lived in New York when he was coaching the Nets for 2 years.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years.
He's nice, dude. He could have gone. People always said that he was Canadian, and obviously the quality of soccer in that country is maybe a little bit lower, but people were like, he was that good.
And I think he's kind of overlooked as like a true NBA GOAT.
Well, he's a 2-time MVP, bro.
But I think when people think of the legacy of like the Suns and the Mavs.
No chips.
They think, Dirk.
Yep.
Like who else did he play with?
And with the Sun, I mean, they never wanted that. Those teams were like Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire. They never made it farther than maybe the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. But they were like the run and gun West Coast team.
Yeah.
I made eye contact with Mike Tyson. It was a bit scary. It was a bit scary.
Yeah.
I did see his wife spoon feed him some mashed potatoes, which was awesome.
Wait, so the Jake Paul fight is off, right? Because
it's delayed.
It's delayed.
So Mike Tyson was there because his daughter is nice at tennis.
Oh, sick.
She's like, I don't know, 14, 15. I saw her hitting. She was fucking nasty.
Hell yeah.
And I saw some interview where he's like, yo, I'm in the stands of every match. Like, I get more nervous watching her than I do like fighting.
I'm sure.
I didn't get to talk. I didn't get to meet Mike. I saw him like pass by when I was just like sitting on the pavilion and he was like in the middle of workouts. I did befriend his creative director.
He has a creative director?
Also named Mike. Yes. Bro, if you think about Mike Tyson is like a beloved celebrity right now.
He's a brand.
And he has like
huge
initiatives.
Fellow podcaster.
The podcast is done.
Oh, damn.
But he has Mike's Bites, which are edibles and mushroom chocolates, or maybe just edible chocolates in the shape of Evander Holyfield's ear.
Oh, that's genius. Shout out the creative director for that one.
And he went to, I think it was an agreement with Evander. Like he needed the name and likeness of his ear.
He needed the name and likeness of the chomp, dude.
Hey, Evander, hear me out. But I was kind of bummed. I was like, I don't want to ask Mike for a picture because like he would walk around and people would like swarm him, right? And they just like do the.
Would you say he was the most famous? Oh, Ronaldo. Him and Ronaldo are probably the most famous guys there.
I think Ronaldo is probably more famous.
Man, both of them are up there, dude.
Yeah.
Forget about Bob Marley and Mount Rushmore. These are Mount Rushmore guys.
Yeah. I was also sitting next to an actor named Boris Kodjoe.
Oh, he was on. Wait, is that the guy? Was he on a season of Fargo?
I can't tell you, brother.
Boris Kodjoe. Okay.
Yeah. Handsome man.
Was he
handsome?
Oh, I'm thinking
fella.
of someone else because this guy is Boris Okay, Boris Kodjoe. Oh, right?
He's like a character actor. Like you recognize him. He's like a working actor.
All right. What is he famous for? Grey's Anatomy spinoff.
Okay.
Real Housewives of Hollywood.
I think his wife is on And Just Like That.
Let's see.
So they're like a Hollywood
Personal
royalty
life.
couple.
Nicole Ari Parker.
Yeah, she's on and just
dying.
like that. She's like one of the main characters, not one of the big four or the big three now.
Yeah, Kojo married his Soul Food the series co-star Nicole Ari Parker in 2005. Okay.
So back to the gala. And the last thing about the gala was I almost had a moment where, they're a lot of fun. I mean, me and Emily are just like joking around.
Have you been to a gala before?
No, the first time.
Okay.
And like,
how's the food? Mashed potatoes were good?
The fish was spectacular.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
And there's like speeches, there's videos, there's like photo ops, there's like a dance routine. But I was sitting next to this guy who this guy looks familiar. I thought he was like a sports announcer. Because again, I'm surrounded by sports royalty. I'm like, there's got to be this guy's got to be.
Was anyone like, who are you and why are you here?
Well, and as soon as I said fashion podcast, they're like, oh, okay.
Turn
and
around.
Yeah. But this guy was kind of like, he was like the dad of the group. He was friends with Steve. He was friends with Boris. He was friends with Big P. And he's clearly like a successful guy, like, well dressed, had that like permanent rich guy tan.
Hell yeah.
Was kind of like a goofball. And I was like, we're talking. He's like, I'm from New York. He's like, oh, where'd you go to high school? I was like, I went to Stuyvesant. He's like, oh, I'm from New York too. Where'd you go to high school? I went to Dwight. And I almost said, oh, do they still say that Dwight stands for dumb white idiots getting high together?
Ooh, banger acronym.
Thankfully, I didn't, because as we continue talking, it comes to light that his father and he are the owners of Dwight.
Damn, dude. They're the dumbest, whitest, highest guys.
No, because then he told me about how he like kind of turned Dwight into this like online education behemoth, and he's now fucking taking 6-week cruise trips around Europe. So like, he's good. He's not a dumb white idiot getting high by himself. But anyway, then the tennis started.
That was your rival high school, I guess, presumably, based on
no,
the
it's like
slander?
a uptown private school.
Oh, okay.
Stuy's rival high school is, I don't know, Brooklyn Tech, Bronx Science. I don't fucking know. That's the real big three.
Okay, got it.
All right, so tennis is, I mean, it was great, bro. It's just like
heaven on earth for you?
It's so again, it's the majority just like kids, and you're seeing like 8-year-old girls like fucking hammer the ball harder than I ever will. It was truly like you'd stop and watch like this 8-year-old girl and like these she'd have a team of like 3 coaches, three coaches
No
like
Prince Andrew.
like telling her what to do and like how to move and like strategy and shit, and just like, holy shit, like this 8-year-old is like light years ahead of me, like physically, mentally, emotionally with this game. There's a pro there who's like ranked number 300, but him hitting the ball, it was like hearing a fucking gun go off.
Crazy. And
you're just like living and breathing, sleeping, kind of living this fantasy of like, oh, like I could have been, I had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Right.
My group is like mostly like dumpy dads and like rich moms, like basic white bitches with like their Van Cleef jewelry and shit.
Sure.
And like, dads that are like in like the head to toe performance gear that are like struggling through like the fitness, but then they're pretty good too.
They're mainly Americans?
No, like some Americans, like some Brits, some fucking Swiss, some Italians.
That tracks.
But yeah, it just kind of lets you live like the fantasy of being like a professional athlete. Like they let you do like the recovery shit where you're like going in the baths between like hot and cold, hot, cold, hot, cold.
Like ice baths and shit.
Yeah. I did the leg tube compression things where I knew that I'd fucked up one time because like I put them on myself and they like really squeeze the fuck out of your legs.
It's like when you get your blood pressure taken kind of deal, right?
Yes, but like up and down your entire like
it's
your
for
feet.
Circulation.
I think so. I don't know. Like
recovery,
your feet, your everything, all the way up, like to the hip.
Okay. I think I know where this is going.
So that starts.
Okay.
Squeeze my feet, squeeze my calves, squeeze my knees, squeeze my quads, squeeze my thighs, start squeeze my hips. My fucking dick and balls.
Which way? To the right or to the left?
To the left.
Wait, did it feel good?
Well, at first I was like, oh, okay. And then no, it did not feel good. And I was like, this is like, am I going to pop a nut?
Honestly, maybe, right?
And there's no way to like stop the compression.
Oh, it's automatic.
Well, you hit a button and it just like starts, and you're like on a 20-minute cycle. And there's like a stop button, but it's still like it takes 5 minutes to like decompress. My dick and balls are getting fucking boa constricted against my thigh. Against my left thigh. And I'm like a bit freaked out.
Yeah.
So I find like the zipper and I unzip it and I like move my shit out. But then because it's so tight, I can't zip it back up. And so it just like the zipper just goes swing, just like zips all the way down because the compression just like forces it wide open. Luckily, my cock and balls survived. Nary a scratch on them. But it was a scary moment.
Yeah, popping a nut. That's worse than like, oh, I accidentally busted, and then you got to tell the next person like, do not go in there.
Or like, oh, I pulled my groin, or I like busted a nut playing tennis as hard as I could. No, I fucking lay there and it felt kind of good, so I let it happen some more until I literally busted a nut.
Damn, maybe we should use the TF company card and invest in some for the office, dude. It's like a little. It's like one nice. Of the like the milk, like a Japanese milking machine, dude.
It was nice. I'm just scrolling on TikTok. Like you're in the room by yourself. I'm like, yeah.
No, you're on Reddit looking at GIFs.
No, the Wi-Fi is pretty good. Full P hub. But
what are the accommodations like?
So there's a hotel on site.
Okay,
it's pretty nice. I mean, for like it's pretty standard. It has everything you need. But like you eat, like you wake up, tennis, fucking eat lunch.
Are you eating healthy food or?
I was eating like the slop at the cafeteria that they were feeding the students. One night, we went to McDonald's.
Hell yeah.
I got a Royal Deluxe.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, Royale Deluxe.
Right, with cheese.
I got a like something Boeuf something deluxe, which is just a Big Mac but like single patty. Mm-hmm. The fries were incredibly underwhelming.
Oh damn.
They were like undersalted, underseasoned. I'm sure they were missing like 10 other chemicals that are not allowed in France.
Yeah. I tried some new stuff in the Naples airport. They had a McDonald's. I got wings from McDonald's.
Whoa, how were they?
Spicy.
What was the sauce?
No, it was just like a fried spicy wing.
Okay.
Because people, when I put it on Instagram, I mean, you didn't see this, but people are like, yo, this is nasty work, wings from McDonald's. I'm like, yo, they're super fucking crispy and they were legit spicy. And the spicy nuggets that they have.
You should have then posted like a photo from the emergency room, like, yo, don't get the McDonald's wings at the Naples airport.
Yeah, but the craziest thing, and anyone who's been to McDonald's in Italy knows, they have these like pizza empanadas that are incredible, dude. Anyway, just a little.
I'm not gonna lie, the food in the south of France, not that I was there for the food, but it was kind of mid. Like there was one night where like
it's not like seafood adjacent. What you like?
Yes, there was one night where I walked 45 minutes to a restaurant. I had a car, but like I was like, I want to walk.
Yeah,
I thought it was 30 minutes, but like it was not on Google Maps or like it was incorrect, so I had to like then walk 15 minutes up into the hills.
Dolo mission.
And I ended up at a fucking like golf village. But
they play golf in France.
I think they play golf everywhere.
Yeah, fuck the plague.
It sucks.
The worldwide, it's a new bubonic plague, dude.
I did get a great line from one of the coaches in New York, actually, because I was lazy. I didn't go to the ball. He goes, if you want to play a sport where you're standing around, go play golf.
Woo! Bar. He's not wrong,
Big
dude.
Bar.
Yeah.
Big bar.
Or be a fucking MLB pitcher, dude.
But the food in south of France, it's like too simple.
Really?
Like it's like good and fresh, I think, but it's like shrimp and mayonnaise. It's like peel your own shrimp and mayonnaise.
Okay.
Right? Like I got like the seafood platter. It's just like pieces of grilled seafood. That's it. Yeah, like undersalted, underseasoned, everything.
That's
and again, maybe I fucked up.
This is going to be Florence all over again.
I went to one fancy restaurant, Eden Rock, at the Hotel du Cap. I went there and everyone knew you. It was really good.
Nice.
Honestly, actually, the best French fries I've ever had.
Really?
Top one.
Pommes frites.
Pommes frites. No, just frite.
What's a pommes frite?
Also French fry. I think it's like fries versus like French fries.
What made them so special?
Super crispy on the outside, super soft and fluffy on the inside.
Pillowy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Like a fucking fried gnocchi. Okay. And that was like fancy and it was like good.
Yeah.
But like the views were spectacular and you just see people pull up in their fucking like sick ass boats, like $1 million euro boat, and the board and eat with the fam. And they had a photo above the fucking urinal, just a photo of it's the signatures of all the Expendables.
Tight, dude.
Like the lobby of this really sick hotel was like Brigitte Bardot,
right.
Like all these like Serge Gainsbourg, like all these like French legends and hotties. And then above the urinal, it's just like Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Arnold, fucking Dolph
Lundgren.
Yeah, old Dolph.
They relegated the Expendables to the urinals, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah. And then the one time that I thought of you, I don't mean it like that, but like I was like, oh, Lawrence might like it here.
Okay.
Was
it should be
like
rich
in the pavilion area where there's like outdoor tables. It's where like you eat. It's where you like where you chill, where you rest. It's where I saw Mike Tyson like cross a few times. There's an ashtray on every table, and mind you, you're at a school, right?
Yeah.
So like
at school for sporting.
Yeah. But like the staff is eating lunch and they're just smoking cigs. It's very French. They're just smoking cigs like in front of and like blowing smoke and like you're like gassed. I'm wearing a fucking shirt that has been soaked through because I'm wearing raggedy cotton tees. I'm like fucking just eating like a fucking horse at the trough, and you just get like cig smoke in your face because they're just like taking their 2-hour lunch and just fucking smoking.
That's
and
your
loving life.
PTSD from being with me for so long in Europe, dude. Just getting smoke blasted in your face and you don't want it.
Yeah.
Dude, the French have some things figured out, and I was very mean to the people and the country, these fucking frogs last week. But damn, dude, they got that figured out.
I really like Paris. I think that Paris is super goated. But
could you live there?
Honestly,
because like London for me, and we were just talking to our friend Nick about this because he's there posted up right now. I think like London is like my second favorite city after New York.
London's too dreary. London's a lot of fun, great food.
Paris can get dreary too, brother.
Yeah, but like when the sun's setting at like 10:30 p.m.
That is crazy.
And like everyone's out. Again, they're master linkers. Everyone is just chilling. Like the emphasis is not on like money. It's on like happiness and like just fucking linking and vibing. I don't know. Like everything you eat in Paris is fucking fire. But anyway, yeah, the food in the south of France, pretty mid. But the tennis, 10 out of 10.
But yeah, with Paris, when it's not the fucking Olympics and it's not fucking Fashion Week, every other time I've been there, just like with my wife on like vacation, has been pretty enjoyable and a beautiful time. So there's that to consider as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my vacation. I don't know.
No, it was great. I think we both had, we're going to be back to our regularly scheduled programming like next week.
Well, we're not going to put out a guest episode the day before on July 3rd.
Oh, right? Happy early birthday to the fucking birthday bitch. The Shogun of Throwing Fits, dude.
Thank you
Turning
very much.
A ripe old 31.
Yeah. Wow. Can't believe it. Can't believe we made it 31 years, folks.
Yeah.
I guess that's it, right?
Like, what about the 5 stages of facial hair grief?
Oh, we didn't. How do we skip that? All right, let's talk about it.
All right. Stage 1. Goatee. Terrible.
This is what you did.
This is what I did. Stage 1, goatee.
Did you go clean to the skin?
Yeah, I actually did.
Which
was the first time I thought, and I didn't even get like crazy razor burn, but dude, it's the first time I had done that. I don't know.
Where'd you get a razor?
I brought my own because I shaved my neck beard, so I had it. So I first went goatee, and every time when I did, and first of all,
did you document this?
No, I was living in the moment with my wife, just torturing.
That's beautiful.
Torturing her because what I do is I would go in the bathroom, do stage, pop out, and just like get a reaction. This was our first day in Ischia, so the stage 1 goatee.
What was your reaction?
She's like, "You look like a fucking cop, dude.
You look like a pig's asshole."
She's like, "You look terrible." Second stage, which I actually thought would be better, I went handlebar soul patch. That's the stage 2.
Okay.
She hated that even more than the goatee. Okay. Third stage, you just lose the soul patch.
And sorry, you were going like back to back to back. You weren't like spending time like with like, yo, sleep on it, literally.
No. I wasn't like, yo,
sit on it.
Yo, like you're under arrest, give me a kiss. It wasn't anything like that. So
just what the officer ordered.
Yeah, right, exactly. Just what the DA ordered. So then we lose the soul patch, we just go handlebar. That's stage 3.
Okay.
Then stage 4, what I ended up with, and you kind of mentioned this when you saw me for the first time in 10 days probably, or maybe more, was and obviously my beard has, this is why you pay for video, people, but then it was just the pervert stash.
How small? Or how like corners of the mouth?
When I did this for New Year's, I really heavily like styled it and I kept the soul patch, and I thought I would do that again, but I kind of just like cleaned it up a little bit, and it was pretty perverty.
Did you bring it? Was there bare skin between upper lip and caterpillar? Or
no, but I definitely did trim it because I wanted to keep it clean.
Okay, yeah.
And then no surprise, but after the pervert, which was my final, that was my last kind of maneuver. The last stage, like most things, acceptance. Because
you never went full.
No.
How do you look with no beard? Like a fucking like a mole that just emerged from that.
Pretty fucking bad, dude. No, it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, like despite an eating disorder, despite eating well and kind of like healthy because of no hormones in Europe, I'm like, oh damn, I could still lose 15 pounds, bro.
I felt the same way when I saw the clip from our Louis post Louis pod.
No, people, when we were at the Cardiff show and what's his face? The showroom guy took the pic of us.
Greg.
Yeah, Greg took the picture of us. People were hitting me up and being, because I don't know, because you weren't really even using IG that much then. People were like, damn, like James looks fucking good, clean shaven. I wonder if you should like add that more into like maybe you do that once a month.
You know what you should have done?
What's
you
that?
missed a stage. Well, I guess because you never went clean shaven. I did this once to hilarious effect.
Okay.
When you're going from whatever beard down to like mustache, what you do is you shave one half of the mustache, and then you approach Jenna from the side with the stash side, and then you turn.
Yeah.
And it is, honestly, next time, I know she's not listening. Give it a shot.
Or just go Hitler. Or excuse me, Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Just for not to document, but just for an in-person little chuckle and then lose it all.
Go Ronaldo, but on the fucking lippy.
But I'll never go fully clean shaven. But it was
but it
kind
comes
of
back pretty quickly.
And my thing for me was like, by going completely zero, like straight razor, I'm like, yo, I'll get a little sun on my face.
Yeah.
Shit
gotta
that
be
good. Skin that has not seen the sun in fucking years.
It's like your scrotum, dog.
All right, that's the pot, I guess, right?
Yeah, we're fucking back. Happy July. I'm still jet lagged myself.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm fully
back.
I'm fully back. Yeah.
People say it's harder. People say it's harder coming back.
Really?
I was like zonked out at
9
o'clock last night.
We were just not on vacation anymore. That's going to take a toll mentally, physically, etc.
I don't know. I'm happy to be fucking back in New York. Baby.
Oh, dude, I was so ready. I was so
fucking ready.
Yeah.
Fuck France. No, I'm kidding. I love you, France. But like, get some air conditioning. Yo, I will say
some
this.
fucking cold beverages.
Harris, not ready for the Olympics.
Oh,
whatsoever.
Dude. No,
they're going to be hosed.
We definitely took, I think, like some casual pot shots about that. I don't know what they're gonna do.
But I was getting some intel from locals and shit. They're it's gonna be a disaster.
But it can't not happen. So it's just gonna happen, and it's gonna be a mess.
First of all, they raised the train fare from €2 to €4.
Oh,
so
that affects everybody.
What?
That affects everyone, right?
And I'm like, why?
That's like a rate for tourists.
I was like, is it to make more money? And they're like, no, it's to deter people from getting on the subway because it can't handle the crowds.
Oh God.
I was like, okay, so that means more Ubers? And no, because the taxi unions, they're cracking down on that. So there's gonna be, I guess, like more people trying to use like Ubers and shit and taxis, and the traffic's gonna be even fucking worse. I struggled to my flight to Nice. I didn't almost miss it, but I was kind of sweating it.
Oh damn!
Because getting an Uber was impossible.
Yeah, and probably crazy surged up the prices.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like our fucking van to Malpensa.
Oh yeah, that was brutal.
That's really bad.
I guess one thing that you can do if you're going to Paris in the Olympics is tap into the fucking Lime bikes, right? Yo, be careful, bro. I don't know how many. I think it was a note we didn't talk about it, bro. I saw so many fucking either would-be accidents, like literally a hair away from people dying, to Jen and I witnessed a full-on moped bike crash.
Oh, I saw definitely a body when I was driving from the south of France to camp. Definitely a dead body.
Someone caught one.
Yeah, but yo, did you see Tyshawn Jones get kicked off his bike?
Yo, that's a fucking hate crime, dude.
So I think that the Parisians take their biking really seriously. Mm-hmm. So I think when if you're a tourist and you're jaywalking,
or
they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop.
No,
I'm not talking about Tyshawn. I'm talking about I saw some shit too, but I think it was just people not knowing how to bike properly in the city itself.
Was that a racist hate crime, or were they hating on him for hot dogging it and being on his phone and getting filmed or whatever was happening? I don't know. It was weird. It seemed
a little from column A, a little from column B.
Hey, it's the French. It tracks.
Yeah. Shout out the French. All right. This has been another episode of the only podcast that matters. Chef, take us out.